Today's video is going to be showcasing some exclusive stencils from the Reward Your Way program, and I am going to be using this one.
And the reason I wanted to showcase these is because during the month of March, when you purchase something on my website, I will leave the breakdowns down below where you can receive one or maybe all three of these exclusive stencils with your order.
You can use them they are the perfect size for a Slimline card, but you could also use them on layouts. You can use them on regular cards, anything your little heart desires. And like I said, they are exclusive stencils, and I will leave more details down below. So let's get started. Again, I'm going to be using this little diamond shape. So I'm going to put these up. So I pulled out my all-purpose mat and a Slimline base card front. And I am just going to tape this down to my surface. I do not want it to move because since I am covering the entire thing, you'll definitely be able to tell if it's not straight. So what I'm going to do actually is, because since this border is pretty thin, I'm going to tape it up at the top in a manner that crosses it, but I'm going to start at the bottom, if that makes sense. See how my tape is going over the pattern? So I'm going to work from the bottom up and then move my tape accordingly so I can get a good even coverage. Okay, since this pattern is the same whether I flip it or not, I'm going to start with the darker color on the bottom. But if I don't like it, then I can just flip it. So I'm using Rosemary, and I'm going to start off my project and then just bring the color onto my card front. Starting off the project with this pattern isn't really necessary because it's such a small pattern. The larger patterns, the reason you want to start off the project is because you'll get harsh circles and concentrated colors. Now this is regular ink. I'm going to kind of blend the colors where they meet, but it's not going to blend as easily or as seamless as like Distress Oxides or, you know, some other ink would. So that roughly looks to be about a third of the card. So I'm just going to start with my next darkest color, which is going to be Papaya. And then I'm just going to work my way up doing the same technique. You can see there that I kind of overlapped these colors, so we'll just kind of see what they look like. No idea what these colors overlapping are going to look like. Okay, so we have finished, and you can see that I just barely overlapped some of those colors. Isn't that so pretty? I just love the look that Stenciling gives you. So I'm going to clean up this stencil right quick, and then we'll be right back to assemble this card. Okay, so I have finished this, and I think I want the rosemary on the top. Remember I told you that one thing I loved about this pattern was there wasn't an up and a down to it, so I was going to be able to decide once I made it. And I definitely like the rosemary up top, and then the ombre or whatever going down to the light side. And then I pulled out, just to make it easy, I pulled out the sticker sheet from Chantilly, we've got just a few more days for this collection. It's a bring back my pack. And I really like You Make My Heart Happy. I was kind of liking Be Beautiful, but I think it's just going to be a little bit too big, even if I took the sticky off. And so I think I might use this butterfly and then You Make Me Happy. So let's go ahead and take the sticky off of the butterfly so I can add some 3D foam tape to that. I am also going to do a thread jumble behind the butterfly. So I just have some thread from my stash. It doesn't have to be anything special. And I'm just going to gather this up and kind of twist it to make a little jumble. And then I'm going to apply some adhesive down to that card front. So let's stick it right there. And the good thing about thread jumbles is you can make them any color. Like I said, this is just from my stash. And you just need a little bit of adhesive, and then this 3D foam tape actually is going to add another layer for it to stay adhered down. And you can see there, it's just something subtle. I just love it. And then I have this sentiment from the same Chantilly sticker sheet. And I want it over that one little wing and under this one. And I think we are good. The only other thing I'm going to do is bring out some sequins or some glitter gems. Let me grab those. Okay, I have some glitter gems, and I just, even though they're self-adhesive, I always like to put them on micro glue dots just to make sure that they stay on. There's nothing worse than giving a card and the recipient receives it in the mail. You know all it has to go through. Or you put it on this pretty scrapbook layout and then you go to, view it in a week or two and they're all popped off. So there you go. There is that wonderful card. Now don't forget about my special through the end of March. If you want to get your hand on this exclusive stencil, I will leave links down below to do that. And then also links down below to the Chantilly. It is set to retire at the end of February, I believe. It'll probably hang around just a little bit longer, but you might want to go ahead and grab that. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. If you aren't already a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscribe button and sign up for notifications so you won't miss another crafty video. And if you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up.